Guys, what a great day of fights. Not night, day of fights.
No, daytime this time.
Daytime, baby. Dude, I'm surprised. Khabib retired.
I'm not gonna say I expected it because I definitely didn't. But as soon as you see the tape coming off,
Yeah.
you know. As
Oh,
I was
dude.
I was I was watching at work, and as soon as the tape started coming off, I told my buddy, I was like, "Oh, watch him drop the gloves and bow, I retire." I said it jokingly. I thought maybe he's just taking them off but
No,
okay,
dude. Hey, he great victory by Khabib tonight,
yeah,
today.
for sure, man.
Uh,
Yeah,
Great
we'll
fight.
get there for sure, man. It was overall a really good night of fights, man.
Oh, 100%, man.
But yeah, even starting off, dude, did you catch? Not to talk on the prelims too long. Did you catch? I think it was Nathaniel Wood and
And
Casey Kenny.
that was a good fight.
Shit, I'm pretty
I
sure that won
missed
a fight of the night.
I missed a couple, like the first round or so I was making food
Hmm.
because,
Yeah,
lunchtime.
I'm pretty. I'm pretty sure that one fight of the night. So good on them, man. That fight was so good. Tai Tuivasa back in the winning column after three losses. He knocked out Stefan Struve. Good for
Bro,
him.
that was a fucking beautiful knockout by
Yeah,
Ty.
good for him, man. He's been struggling lately, and I really like him. I think he's entertaining and he's funny and always taking shoeys.
Yup.
But
He was after
man,
that knockout, he was trying to get one, but they didn't have beer inside
from
the
the Nelk
venue.
boys, yeah,
Yeah.
that was
He didn't
stupid.
have,
They kept like, no, 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 get back. I don't know, but starting off the UFC 254, Magomed Ankalaev and Ian Cutelaba. It shit. We said first round knockout for sure. We said one of them are getting put to sleep, just not sure who.
yeah, dude, that shows that Magomed he won the first fight and it wasn't a joke.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, yeah, and for someone who's got really dominant wrestling, didn't really utilize his wrestling at all. We knew
uh-uh.
it was going to be a stand up fight. Yeah, we knew someone's getting put to sleep in the first round. Just who's it going to be?
Right.
And Magomed pulled off. It was a beautiful fucking left hook. Like whatever missed from Cutelaba just
Bro,
put him out.
Cutelaba kept just following. Like, he was pressuring, but he kept following. DC
Hmm.
said it in the commentary. If Cutelaba would have just stepped to the right, and
Yeah.
like he would have stopped that follow, cut him off. He could have got him there, but a great knockout by him. Wow.
Man, it's crazy, and it was just something random to notice. But I was like, Cutelaba recovers really well because he got dropped, and that could have been it, honestly, right there. Hit he hit flat on his back and immediately covered up, so he recovered enough to know to defend himself, and then took shot after shot after shot. Was still doing okay, and then two of them snuck around the arms to the chin, and he was out. But even after that, started getting up. Man, he's a tough dude. I'm a huge fan of his. I just wish, it's the level of competition. But he's fought some beasts, man. But that was a really good fight to start
100%.
off the fight card. After
100%.
that, we had Lauren Murphy, Lilia Shakirova. Yeah, I mean, I think we both said decision on this one.
Yeah, and I'll take the submission by Lauren Murphy all day. I
Yeah,
We didn't know much about Liliana, the fight.
yeah,
But listening to it, like again, John Anik and DC talking about her. Apparently, when she was coming up the ranks, when she was in a tournament,
yeah.
I think it was the Olympics tournament.
Okay,
She was beating everybody all the way up to the last, like the championship, the gold medal fight, wrestling fight.
yeah.
Uh, she got DQ'd because she punched a girl in the face.
Oh, and they're not allowed to hit. That's
It's wrestling. You
funny.
can't hit.
Yeah, that's
So,
fucking funny.
like, I was like, damn.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Murphy
but
being 37 years old,
yeah.
4 fights in a row now. That's impressive.
The
Impressive for
thing
that
is,
age.
man, it just if she's the number one contender, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, the
I don't
women's.
know the rankings. I don't know the rankings for the women's flyweights. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. All I know is if she's the number one contender, do you think she has remotely any chance of beating Valentina? It's Valentina, right?
Yeah,
Strawweight's young.
Valentina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Valentina.
has
Uh,
zero chance.
no,
Zero chance.
there's always a chance. There's always a puncher's chance. Uh, you can
A
roll your
puncher's
eyes.
chance.
There's a
A puncher's
puncher's chance
chance
in
is
every
hard to
fight. It's
land.
dude. It's fighting. It's the UFC,
A
dude.
puncher's
There's a
chance is hard
puncher's
to land
chance.
when Valentina kicks you across your forehead and puts you to sleep, bro.
There's always a puncher's chance whenever they get into that octagon.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, she might
Now, do I
if she
think?
fights
Do
Valentina,
you
she
think
might be at
I don't?
-8.
I don't. I don't think Lauren Murphy can beat Valentina. No chance. But there's still a puncher's chance, you know.
Statistically, I'm sure there's a slight chance.
Yes.
Statistically, but on paper, realistically, I don't know who. I mean, fuck. Who is there? Who else is there besides Caitlin Chukagian? And I guess Jessica Andrade, right? Didn't they just fight? No, they both moved up, didn't they? I don't even. Like I said, I don't know these freaking rankings for the female fighters because there's just not that many big ones, and if they are, they've all already fought each other. But yeah, I mean, good job on Lauren Murphy. Like we said, 4-fight win streak. Good for her. She's doing well. But yeah, if her next fight is Valentina, that's good for her. Make that money fight. You know, get however much. You know, make your money. But
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
another
Valentina's
easy
fighting
W.
The next pay-per-view, so.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Yeah, I guess then after that. But even that one, whoever she's fighting, Jennifer
I couldn't tell you who she's
Maya.
fighting.
Is Jennifer Maya. I don't know. I think there's some relation to Damian Maya.
Maybe
Whatever.
not. Doesn't matter. Valentina's gonna win that fight.
Those rankings are Jessica Andrade, who just beat Caitlin Chukagian, who's number 2. Jennifer Maya is number 3. Cynthia Calvillo, who pulled out of this fight, 4. Lauren Murphy's 5. So Valentina's already destroyed Chukagian, who's number 2. I'm sure she's going to destroy Maya. So we'll see whenever those times comes. I don't see Valentina losing her title anytime soon. She's going to retire with that gold around her waist.
I agree.
After that, nice middleweight bout in the middle of the card. We had a Jacob Malkoun, Phil Hawes.
Hayes.
It was Hawes.
Is it Hawes?
Yeah, they said it. I knew it was one or the other in our last video, and then I had to listen for it. I missed this fight because I'm watching at work. Not that hard to miss. It was only 18 seconds long.
Dude. Yeah, it was quick. I went to get a drink.
Yeah,
I come back and they're celebrating. I'm like, damn. That's
you
it?
have more than 2 sneezes in a row, and you just miss the combination. That you know what I'm saying.
I mean, both with their debut fights. I know Phil Hawes.
Hawes. Like Hawk. Yeah, Hawes.
He fought in Dana White's Contender Series. Took him a while to get into the actual UFC.
Yeah,
and made a statement today.
Definitely, man. He and this is kind of what we expected. They're going to go out there and they're going to strike each other. They're both trying to put their name out there, and we'll see what happens. The thing with Malkoun was, 4-0. That's the problem with some of these big pay-per-views is if somebody pulls out, they always bump up some shit. And no disrespect to Phil or Jacob, but neither of them deserve to be debuting on UFC 254 pay-per-view in the middleweight bout. Granted, nice knockout in 18 seconds. Makachev and Rafael Dos Anjos pulling out, so they need something to fill up the main card, and they pulled this up. Casey Kenny and Nathaniel Wood fight would have easily been a great fight. And everyone knew those names. You don't want to take Tai Tuivasa and Stefan Struve because that's headlining, but you can take someone else that these are both huge prospects. Jacob Malkoun, Phil Hawes, no disrespect, both of their debuts. Jacob Malkoun's a 4-0 with 2 amateur fights. Like, come on, man. Like, no disrespect. Like I said, no disrespect. I don't mean to be picking on them, but it's like, and obviously Phil performed well. His striking was really good, but something else could have been up there. Whatever. Just my personal opinion. But good job by Phil. He got the W, got the knockout in 18 seconds.
Yeah, no,
Looking forward to seeing what's next out of him.
Yeah, and moving up to the heavyweights of tonight. Alexander Volkov and Walt Harris. I had Walt. I was rooting for him. Always do. Especially.
Always got to root for him. But, realistically, Walt Harris has one pretty good round. And his cardio is his problem. He did well maintaining his cardio. And I think at one point he was rocked. And he fought out of it really well. He was against the cage.
First round. But Drago,
took some shots and hooked out of it.
Drago was a beast. Fucking Alexander Drago.
Finished him with that little kick to the right around the solar plexus area, and that's done after that, man. What's next for Walt Harris? I don't know. 13-9, not the best record. He can stay in the top 10, top 15 because the heavyweights, they have like 16 fighters or whatever. But
I think he needs to move down to the prelims. Fight some up and comers, get his confidence back up. But no, dude, good for Volkov. Great win for him.
I think he's number 6, so he's definitely probably one away from a title shot. He just needs to. I mean, he was when he lost to Curtis Blades, so there's a lot of options for him. 32-8. He's still relatively young, so he's got a run in him coming up.
Oh, 100%. But no, he's a beast. Not to say too long on this subject, but dude, who does he fight next?
Who does Volkov fight next?
Yeah, who do you want to like? Who's he going to fight next?
Has he fought Rosenstrike?
I don't think he has.
Okay, so Volkov right now on the UFC website's number 7. Above him is JDS, Overeem, Lewis, Rosenstrike, Blades, and Gano. So I mean, there's a lot of options there. JDS, Overeem. Some of these he might have already fought before, but I mean, you got to fight him again to get your name up the ring. He's number 7. A lot of these guys aren't unbeatable. He beat Derek Lewis for 14 minutes and 45 seconds, and then he got fucked up in those last 15, and so a lot of these guys, he can work his way up to top 3 even, and then he's going to have trouble with Francis just like everybody does, and then Stipe is probably going to beat him. But JDS, Overeem, Lewis, Rosenstrike, he can beat these guys.
Yeah. So let's move on to the co-main event. We have Robert the Reaper Whittaker and Jared was it Killer Gorilla?
The Killer Gorilla, yeah.
Dude, that was a great fight from what I watched. Whittaker is back to what he was doing before he lost to Izzy.
Yeah.
Does he get the next title shot?
So in the post-fight press conference, they asked him, and he said he's having a kid come January, so he's like, right now I don't want to look towards a fight. I don't want to be, my mind's concentrating on a fight when I'm expecting my daughter, blah, 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 which I understand completely, Post having his daughter, then he, once he gets into fighting camp and stuff, then he can think about who he fights next. Problem is, Izzy doesn't really have a fight right now lined up, so does he want to wait till January to fight Whittaker? Highly doubt it. Who's he going to fight? Jack Hermanson? Is he going to fight Darren Till?
Who does Izzy fight next? Darren Till and Jack Hermanson, they're supposed to fight. I don't know if that's been announced yet.
I thought it was December 21st,
maybe.
19th, maybe.
19th. There's Khamzat and Leon Edwards are fighting the 19th, so I know there's a card that night. They might be set for that. Besides that, Paolo and Yoel, I doubt he wants to fight either of them again. Yoel's barely even in the top 5 anymore. He's lost so many times recently. I don't know what happens to Izzy, man. This is a weird situation where, once a champ's beaten everyone, if somebody new doesn't rise through, then he's just stuck fighting the same people. So his next option is Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker's on a 2-fight win streak. Robert Whittaker, unless they put him against Paolo, which I wouldn't mind seeing, that'd be pretty dope. But that's not going to be for a while. So who does Izzy fight?
Does Izzy go up division?
Man, he could, but it just looks bad because the concept of him moving up started with him and Jones beefing, So he could have done it in the past, but he said, I still have more shit to finish at middleweight. Well, can he finish that shit? Is he going to jump past Whittaker to fight Jared, even though Jared just lost? It's not impossible because Yoel was coming off a loss and he went and fought him. He's a champ. He can call out whoever he wants. But if he goes up to light heavyweight after Jones already left light heavyweight, it's like, all right, why'd you wait? And then, maybe he goes and fights Reyes or Jan or whatever the fuck happens. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. And then moving on to the main event, Khabib, the Eagle, and Justin, a highlight. We knew what would happen.
One thing I didn't know would happen.
One thing we did not know, yeah. But
they took about 2 minutes to feel each other out, and then for the most part, Khabib stood standing with him.
I mean, he shot down a couple times, or I think he shot down twice. Got him once of the 2 in the first round, and then the second round did the same thing. Shot once, missed it. Shot the second time, got it, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, and honestly, like I said, as I was watching, the striking, Khabib's always had a very unorthodox way of striking. He does this weird uppercut from the side that he throws, and it catches people, and it hurts them, and then he's very herky-jerky. Justin's got much more traditional hooks and overhands. So a couple of times he did catch Khabib. Now, Khabib's not easy to put away, so I thought, Justin just has to keep relying on his striking, keep being smooth, and those leg kicks were hurting. He landed a good couple of them, and I think that kind of rose the urgency for Khabib to take him down. But end of the first round, takes Justin down immediately. Like, takes him down. Justin falls on his ass, triangles his legs like he does to everyone. I was like, well, there's the big argument that Justin's going to be able to to hold his own in the wrestling. He just got him with the most ease. And then second round, same thing. Stood with him for a little bit. Or no, end of first round, almost got him in that armbar or bicep slicer. He was going for it, and then time ran out.
Yeah, no,
That's
dude,
good.
Khabib's just on another level. We mentioned it earlier in the video. Khabib has officially vacated his belt. Great champion. Wanted him to lose, but kind of happy that he won. Ends on a high note.
Yeah. 30-0 sounds better, but I mean, who could be 30?
Yeah, I mean, but
besides GSP.
Yeah, I mean, he did promise his mother that he wouldn't.
Exactly. Some people are asking, like, do you think he'll actually come back maybe once this wears off? Like,
no, dude.
That's a big thing that's a big thing to say. I promised my mother this would be my last fight, or just to say I feel like I shouldn't fight. No, he made a promise to her. Like, more than likely he's done, unless. I think the GSP one will make him consider, but nothing else make him consider. Michael Chandler won't. Tony Ferguson won't. The winner of Poirier and Conor won't. He's done, man. He's made plenty of money. He has his legacy. I tweeted earlier, I think top 5 of all time, no specific order, is Khabib, John Jones, Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, and Mighty Mouse. Top 5 of all time. Now, that might also be in order as well, with Khabib, Jones. The only argument that Jones is such a douchebag. I love watching him, but he is a douchebag, and he already tweeted like something about like, well, I've had 15 title defenses. Like, yeah, you have. That's not wrong because Khabib's only had 3. But of those 15 title defenses, how many were close fights? Yeah, I mean, he still won. In my opinion, I scored Reyes winning his last fight. The Gustafsson fight was a split decision. So he's had some close calls. If your argument is I've had 15 defenses, Khabib's arguments could be I've only ever lost 1 round. There's a lot of arguments on the GOAT status argument.
Definitely.
But definitely Khabib or John.
Yeah, so what does Dana do with that division?
The lightweight division? So I was talking it over with one of my buddies. He said, and that this is a big call, but he said they're going to cancel Conor and Dustin for January 23rd and have Conor and Gaethje fight each other, and for the vacant belt. And Gaethje's ready to go. That's quite the possibility, unless, and this is a maybe, unless they can keep the belt vacant for a while, which they can do whatever they want. It's Dana White. And Gaethje said he's like 4 to 6 weeks. I'm ready to go again. He's like, I didn't take a whole lot of damage, some good strikes. I got choked out, but he can go again. If they do, Conor and DP fight January 23rd, and then Gaethje and Michael Chandler fight whenever, and the winner of those two, that would be. Now it's going to take a while. January's a couple months away, and then by the time everything happens, take a while, but I mean, what's the hurry? I don't see one.
Right. No, I mean, hey, that's interesting. That's a good idea.
That just leaves Tony on the side, but whatever. Tony got fucked up, in his last fight, so he needs time to heal. He's not, Either way, I like that plan. Will they do it? I don't know. Maybe Justin just fights. Maybe like my friend said, they might cancel Conor and DP. Who knows? All I know is Justin should fight in a contending fight. Either him versus someone for the belt, or the way I said it, where it's kind of 2v2 and then the winner faces each other.
That makes sense. That'd be dope. But yeah, hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. Another great fights, like I said earlier. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button on the videos. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter, and we have a Facebook page too. So.
There you go. Don't forget about that Facebook page, baby. And next week, Halloween, Saturday night, Anderson Silva most likely in his last fight. And
last fight. He said it.
Oh yeah, he openly okay. Him versus Uriah Hall. We'll be talking about that fight soon. We'll try to watch that fight. It won't be easy on Halloween night, but we'll cross that bridge when it gets there. We'll see you guys for the next video.